Okay, guys, today's topic is we're going to talk about going galt. We're going to talk about a term, an idiom coined from Ayn Rand's novel Atlas Shrugged. And it seems relevant to my life these days because I think that's what I'm doing here, going galt, guys. Going galt means recognizing that you have a moral right to your own life, the pursuit of your own happiness, and thus to the rewards you've earned with your labor. It is a form of civil disobedience towards a perceived oppressive government. It means recognizing that you deserve praise and honor for your achievements rather than damnation as exploiter. Yeah, that's where we're at in the United States. Those of us who work and build, and our ancestors that worked and built, are deemed exploiters. And so Ayn Rand wrote this book in the 50s because she saw it coming, where we were going economically. And she writes about a dystopian world where the socialists have taken everything over, and pretty much anybody that's worth anything just drops out of society and joins an underground parallel society. I mean, I think one of the famous quotes from her book was that we'll build our cities on their ashes. That's how much she hated socialism. But that's not what I'm doing here. I'm just going gall. I'm just hiding out. If they all want to detonate each other and have at it, guys. I'm just kidding. But we can dream, right? Yeah, Putin and Biden and Kamala and all of them. If they just all just push their buttons at once and she just leave us in the southern hemisphere alone, do our own thing.
Hmm.
I'm just kidding, guys. Don't get mad. I'm just kidding. It's just a dystopian fantasy. But anyway, back to going galt. That's not a dystopian fantasy, and I think a lot of people are going galt in the United States. They're pulling back. They're working less hours. They're working jobs that are beneath them really as far as their skill level, and they're doing it because the taxes are so high. Why stress yourself? Why work so hard when the more you make, the more they're going to take? And so that's why socialism doesn't ultimately is not the best program because it's not efficient. You're punishing people for achievement, so they drop out. They do less. Enough of them do, and I guarantee you that's affecting our GDP, and it's definitely affecting our morale, and it definitely can push a guy over the edge to go to the Philippines and leave it all behind. Right, Karen?
Mm-mm.
It's definitely. What would you say, Karen? Is it possible for an American guy, maybe even a girl? Girls don't want to do that because they got it made in America. But for an American guy to to come here to the Philippines and move out to the province and be a farmer if he wants to, marry a nice girl and be a farmer and raise a lot of kids. Can he do that here on a budget?
Yeah, of course. The tax here first is less more than west, I think.
That's right.
Yeah.
We covered that in the previous video. The cost of living is less, and there's a lot of guys here doing that, right?
Yeah.
Here.
A lot of foreigner also live here for their good. Have a good wife and children. And then if you live in the province or in the mountain, it's more less also because you can plant rice here. You don't need to buy rice to town, and there's a lot of available food here. We have a lot of saging and vegetable, and we're planting now tomatoes also
Yeah,
to
we're
promote.
working on our tomatoes.
Yeah,
Guys, that's another thing I want to emphasize. They are not so much into the monoculture here. In other words, they're not just growing thousands of acres of beans or thousands of acres of
yeah,
corn. They've got every fruit, vegetable, and animal you can think of here. So on these little provincial farms, they've got everything. They've got chickens, they've got cattle, they've got buffalo, they've got rice, they've got cassava, they've got
baka.
pineapple, they've got guinea fowl running around and turkeys and uh, they've got sweet potato which they call kamote. They eat the leaves and the roots.
Yeah,
What am I missing? There's just
cassava, root crops,
hundreds of different kinds of food every direction you
papaya.
look, guys.
Yeah,
So yeah, definitely. If you want to go galt, if you want to stick it to the man and stop funding your oppressors, They call us the exploiters. All we do is work our butts off, and we're the exploiters. But they're the oppressors, and maybe we should just all go on strike, guys. So you lazy ones, just stay where you're at. Just keep doing what you're doing, and the ones that are working harder than everybody else, smarter than everybody else, working harder than everybody else, just enjoy your life. Quit.
You have choice,
That's right.
right?
We have
You
choice.
have right
If you've
for
got
your own
if you've
self.
got the balls enough to deliver.
Yeah.
And a lot of them guys, they'll never get out of their mom's basement, and they just live in a rage that some of us broke free from the empire. All right, guys.
See you later, guys. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share our videos.
Yeah, like, share, and subscribe, guys.
See you
Stick it to the man.
later. God bless us all.